Good morning, family. It's good to see you. I want to decide what it is I want to share with you today. Actually, I just wanted to say good morning. Um, haven't seen you in a bit. I wanted to say hey, so I'm over here, fresh in the morning, for you to see what my day starts like. There are three plants that I have here, and I'm checking out how do I share them with you. Well, what they have in common, what these three plants have in common is that the garlic, they have allicin, the active ingredient in what we know commonly as garlic. That's the one place we all know it has, and it's a smell or an aroma that we can all relate to. So I'm gonna switch you around so you can see what's going on here, and I'll show you the plants that contain this magical property. The first one you probably already know, but it's good to see them in a cluster. This is the neem. This is the tiny neem, which contains an enormous amount of the active ingredient. So a lot of the healing properties that are in neem, that neem can do, um, so can garlic. But there's another plant that you probably don't know about that we use in our Garifuna tradition. We're actually famous for it. And we only know it as the garlic vine. Okay, it's over here. I planted a little tiny piece of it, and I was so excited when I saw it taking and growing. The pale green leaves and these little shoots are indicators that the plant is actually happy. So it's a vine. It kind of fools you into thinking or having you think that it's a tree, but it's not. It's a vine. And when you take a leaf, when you take one of the leaves, I'll take one of the older ones, and you smash it, and you smell it. You smell, oh my goodness. you can make pasta and spaghetti sauce. You can make marinara sauce with this. It tastes and smells just like garlic, and it's only in the leaf. We don't use the vine or the root. We use the leaf. And what do we use it for? This is the magic ingredient, or the active ingredient in the agoni, the Garifuna traditional spiritual healing bath or spiritual cleansing. So before we do any kind of ceremony, or anytime we want to purge or memorialize or ceremonialize any point in our lives, development, to kind of mark an event or to erase cellular memory, so that an event that we have experienced doesn't have such an enormous negative impact on us. So we use a bath that we make with this plant. And of course, we observe the condition of the planets, the full moon and such, the new moon and all the different moons. And this is the vine we use. I wish more people would grow this plant. Sorry, I don't have the scientific name for it. It's just something that we all Garifuna have in our garden. I'm sure that more research needs to be done, but the people who need to know what it is and how it's used are alive and well. So ask any Garifuna elder or even herbalist in the Caribbean what this garlic vine botanical name is. And that's what it looks like. Hi, good morning, everyone. We have more people coming on. It's so great to see you. Now, there's another plant that's very much like this one. When we can't find the garlic vine, there are two substitutes that we do use. We use the actual garlic itself, which is actually weaker than this vine. It's actually weaker. This vine, spiritually, it has a lot more strength and a lot more power. But in the absence of this vine, we use the garlic, but there's also another plant that we use, which is the one I wanted to talk to you about today. Well, please remember the garlic vine, but now I'll show you the one that everybody knows. The one that will probably be more familiar to you than the garlic vine. And that's this one over here is hiding. Didn't do very well in the very dry. Look, it's behind the marigolds, which is suffering. It's behind the Damiana, which is going to open soon. We're a little bit early. We're a little bit early for the Damiana. They like to grow in clusters. This is the gorgeous waxy leaf Damiana. But I digress. That's not the one. This is the one I want to show you right here. This is the lemuru. And this is the garlic weed, also called guinea hen weed in some places. Unfortunately, it's not seeding. It's a lot easier to recognize when it's seeding. But again, if you take this leaf and you crush it, yes, you get garlic with it. I want you to see the whole thing. So yeah, in some instances with this one, we would use the root, but we mostly use the leaf. It propagates really easily from stick, from root, but also from seed when it seeds. So this guy is the one we use to stimulate the immune system. You make a tea out of it to stimulate the immune system. It helps protect. It's more like a protectant. It protects us against bacterial infections, viruses, fungi, yeast infections. We use it a lot, just even casually, to guard against any kind of infection, to treat autoimmune diseases of any kind. I'm trying to stay still here. But also urinary problems. And lastly, what no one expects, but it's common amongst most popular Garifuna traditional remedies, is that it protects us and helps us with balancing blood sugar. You're going to find that to be one of our favorites because blood sugar problems, diabetes, kidney issues, and such really plague our people. So this is one of our master healers, the lemuru, because it grows so easily. It's a lot easier to find than the garlic vine. It's a lot easier to grow. It's not as moody, and it's not as picky with its soil. You could put it almost anywhere, and it will grow, and it will adapt to whatever that climate is. So that's the lemuru. I'm gonna see if I can find another one that that probably looks better, because I planted them. They're just now starting to take off. The lemuru. Where's another lemuru? I'm over here dealing with the elements. Where are you? Oh dear, where? Oh my Lord! Look, see, you see how resilient this guy is? I remember planting this, but look how it just fights for life. And the same way this plant will grow through almost anything and overcome obstacles, past anything that gets in its way, and still grow. Look at that. It's been chewed up, it's been eaten, it's been burnt by the sun, but it still grows. And that same fighting spirit that the lemuru has in dominating its own environment, that's the same fighting spirit that it brings into your life when you consume it, when you take it as a tea. So yeah, we make the tea from about 4 or 5 leaves per cup, but we also sun dry the leaves and powder them. You can use them to make your tea, but you can also put the dried leaf powder in capsules and take them. They're a lot easier to measure, to dosage, and to control. That's your lemuru. Yeah. Yeah, I want all of you to have a lemuru. The plants that I talked to you about here, they're really easy to grow. Once you can get the seeds, thank goodness for technology now, right? You can get the seeds, you can get a little piece, and just start growing it for yourself. And when you look out, my garden, it looks like there's nothing there, but I have an entire pharmacy, an entire natural health medicine kit growing right here. Family, did I mention this is our Zoo Mountain Spirit? Just wanted to touch base with you this morning. If you like what you're seeing and you want to see more of it, just hit the like button. Let me know that you like it. Thank you so much for those of you who have been responding. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button, because we're running against some glitches. I don't know if YouTube is actually doing something, but for the number of people that are subscribing, I'm not thinking that people are getting the notifications. So hit the notification button to make sure that you get advised of everything that comes on, and go directly to my channel. See the new stuff that's coming on there. We've had a couple of episodes on hair and the natural remedies for hair, all the things that we're doing to try and grow our hair, rituals for growing hair, and the like. We want you healthy, my people. We want you healthy from head to toe. Not just one bit, but all your bits to be healthy. And look at this. Remember the gingers? Don't you love this? That you can see the gingers coming along. We got yellow ginger, and which is turmeric, right? And then we have regular white ginger coming through. All those wide leaves that you see there, those are turmeric. That curly fancy leaf there, that's Corella. That's the Soracea. We're not talking about him today. But we have our yellow gingers coming in, and hopefully soon we're going to have the regular white ginger. And you want to see some Jamaican oregano? There you go. Isn't it pretty? I thought we had completely lost it, but there it is. And there it is again. Our oregano, lovely oregano, is coming back. And just as you know, I like to show off, so I'm going to show you the calabash. The one we start. Look how big. Look how big the calabash is. Pretty soon we're going to have calabash. This is our little calabash tree. And yeah, I want to give you an update of what's going on in the back. What's going on in the back, so that you'll understand what's taking me so long. I can say that it's hard to get good help here. I had the yard cut, and the next thing I knew, the gentleman had cut all my ornamental grass. There was a big tuft, 3 tufts of ornamental grass there, and he completely chopped it all away. I was I was so upset, too upset to even be normal. So I just covered it up and kind of don't talk about it, but I thought I'd share that with you because it's one of the things that was really upsetting me, and it made it difficult for me to get back online and broadcast because I had such a beautiful setup there for you. But somehow he thought it necessary to cut all the ornamental grass and then leave those pieces in the back there. Don't ask, don't ask, don't ask. This is my country, this is Belize. So I've been dedicating my time to cleaning out a whole bunch of bottles here. So we're going to be bottling tinctures and wine. And I cleared out the space here where you see I'm starting a garden there. So those containers there are growing contribo, some vines. So I put them close to the wall. The vines are going to go from there into the fence and cover that whole nook there. It really smells like garlic here because I sprinkled the seeds on the ground. And see how well the vanillas are doing. Remember they were so dry. They really like it here in the shade. Look at all the the new roots, you know that they're happy. They're coming along. The plumeria is so excited. And this is the citrus that I transferred, and it looks like I'm getting new leaf. Starting to not be so depressed about my garden because it looks like everything is going to survive. It's coming back. I transferred all the baby neem trees into some containers, and the ones that make it will make it. You know, that's a blue vervain there. It creates nice shade. And that's the indigo, right? You can't even recognize it from the ones that are out in the desert yard. These leaves are so much bigger and there's so much moisture, and I think it's gonna flower soon. And look, the chancapiedra. It's sleeping. Chancapiedra is sleeping. Remember, this is the one that sleeps at night. Yeah, he works in dream time. He's gonna wake up soon. All his little friends. See these guys, they're sleeping too. See? He's starting to wake up. He's starting to wake up. Check out. Vanilla. Did you know vanilla can grow like this? When I had them under the tree, they weren't doing so well over there. But when I put them in pots and over here in the shade, they're doing really well. Here's another yellow ginger. This is turmeric growing in there. And more vanilla. We're gonna have a lot of vanilla. Look how beautiful and healthy it is. Oh my goodness. These are the things that bring me happiness. Hey guys, oof. Whoa. Well, I'm glad that we talked. I'm glad that we got time to share some things. And I will be preparing more of the plants to show you in the next couple of days. And I keep saying, oh, you're not going to recognize the place. Well, yeah, you're going to recognize it. You're going to recognize it, family. This is Arzu Mountain Spirit coming to you from beautiful southern Belize. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Mwah. Love you much. Bye-bye.